What's good, guys? Organic Goons back with another pod. It's been a fat minute. We got a little bit of a different setup. Shout out to the LOD podcast for letting us use their set, and our main man behind the cameras, Oscar. Yeah, you need a little tag. When we bring you in, you gotta have a little tag. Yeah, bro. You don't have social media no more? Banana Man. Yeah, the Banana Man. You gotta, bro. That's how you get exposure. Nah, that's the intro.
That's the intro.
Yeah. Well, what's been good with you, bro?
Nice little setup.
Been a minute.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like this has got cut so far in between.
Yeah.
Where catching up isn't really gonna be anything different. It's just gonna be the same time.
Our last one is what? A couple months ago.
Sure, a couple months ago.
Antitiana.
Yeah. We were on the LOD podcast though, so if you didn't catch that, go back
Check
watch
that on
that.
Spotify.
That was pretty good.
I have the video footage. I just have to put our intro in the beginning and then upload it. But
Fire.
yeah.
Go watch it on the LOD though. I know it's on there.
Yeah, Spotify, the LOD podcast, Life Over Drinks. It was a nice little time with Gramps, which is Oscar's dad.
So today we're on the eve of the Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland title fight main event.
Yeah. Izzy Strickland.
And the Taito Ivasa
Pull up the card.
against...
You might have to cut that out. I opened my phone and it was that picture of you, Oscar.
They can't see it.
Okay. I got privacy screen protected anyway.
Looking up for the card. We got to put our bids in.
Ooh.
And then we'll come back in a week or two with the results.
So one guy missed weight. I don't know if you saw that. Shane
didn't.
Young. He's a featherweight. He was like 4 pounds over or something. But they're still fighting. Cause
catch weight?
No, it was a 45 fight. The other guy was 45, and I think Shane Young was like 49 or 50. Yeah, but they let it slide. But it's in Australia too, so I think he's from Australia or he's from New Zealand.
So the home court advantage.
Yeah. Carlos Olberg is his teammate. He's fighting. It's gonna be a good one. And then Izzy's fight. That main card. Taito Ivasa, Manel Cape, Justin Tafa. Did you see Justin Tafa's last fight? He's the guy that got poked in the eye pretty bad.
Did he?
Yeah.
Does he have like a brother or somebody with that same last name? Because there's a junior Tafa, right?
I think so.
I think so, because I'm not sure if it was the last card or the one before that.
Yeah.
That there was a junior Tafa that got a pretty good one.
I think it was Junior Tafa. But, yeah, I think it's his little brother. Because they have that. Taito Ivasa has that same tattoo, too.
Yeah.
But, like, all the fools are from West Australia or West Sydney, whatever. They bang. But that's going to be a good fight. They're fighting on a Sunday, which is weird for them. But it's still regular for us.
Just because of the time change.
Australia. Yeah.
That's strange.
Who you got?
For
We just do the co-main and the main.
Co-main and main?
Yeah.
Who is Taito Ivasa fighting?
Alexander Volkov. That big fool.
That's a rough
He's
one.
Russian.
Volkov looks good.
He's like 7 feet tall.
All around, bro. Just, I don't know. But like we saw with Taito Ivasa and Cyril Gahn, if he hits you, bro, you could go down. But can he keep him down? Is kind of.
I think he looked a little bigger on the scales, like not fatter, but like he just looked a little thicker,
more filled in.
Yeah, and then you see Volkov weigh in, and that fool's like it's like this. Dude, he's huge.
But it's sketch, dude.
I think. Well, who do you got
for that one? I don't know. I would like to say Taito Ivasa. I want him to win.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking at it like book to book, I think Volkov has it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Just off the whole kind of that part of the world, they're always built different. That Eastern European, that spicy white.
Well, he's fucking 7 feet tall, bro.
Apart from that,
yeah.
And they could take a beating, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, but Taito Ivasa always has that puncher's chance. He always has that solid hit. We saw him the flying knee knockouts.
He trained at AKA for a little bit, but I don't think he's gonna need wrestling unless Volkov plans to come out and wrestle. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I just think they're just gonna go out and bang, bro.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Who do you have?
So I'm basing it off of like Derek Lewis, because Derek Lewis was down the whole Volkov fight, and he knocked him out. I think it was the end of the 5th round or the 4th round or something, but it was like last second, and he cracked him. But I think Ty is a lot better fundamentally than Derek Lewis.
I don't know. This last Derek Lewis fight, he came out swinging.
But he came out and flying kneed the guy, bro.
Yeah. That's true, but you don't expect that. Just strictly off looks.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis looks crazy.
Well, he got a little skinny, though. Like,
yeah,
he
that's
slimmed
why.
out. Yeah.
He looks crazy right now.
Yeah. I still think Ty is better. Like, hand-wise, like boxing-wise, I think he's better fundamentally. I think he's going to go out and crack. I think him and Volkov are just going to meet in the middle and just crack. I don't know what the odds are, but I'll probably go Ty. If Volkov's an underdog, I might bet on that money line, though.
Volkov?
Yeah. This is probably going to come out after the fights, but
yeah.
It's Friday right now, so they fight tomorrow. Yeah, I think Ty. I think I got Ty.
Yeah.
Like 3rd round knockout.
It's always because again, right? Going back to the Ty with Cyril Gane,
Yeah.
they're both throwing hands the whole time, and it was going back and forth, back and forth. Cyril Gane was a soon-to-be champ after that.
I don't think he ever was champ.
Yeah, or at least interim champ. Yeah, whatever that word is. Yeah. So it's like, if he could go out there and not get knocked out, he always has that fighting chance.
Yeah, I mean, with that one though, Cyril's very good on the feet, and he's only been training MMA like 4 or 6 years or something.
Yeah,
and he's super good on his feet. When you saw that, he just knocked someone out.
He just knocked
Spivak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I did.
That was an ass whooping and a half.
He always comes out like that kind of karate bounce.
Yeah.
And he's always like feeling out that first round. But you can see it just once he felt him hit, just rushed. Against John Jones, though.
That's true. But then again, you're putting him against like.
But John Jones is a 205er, bro. Cyril Gane is a natural heavyweight.
Yeah, but when you give John Jones, it's like, I don't know if there's anybody that's as well-rounded as John Jones.
Yeah, but he looked like dog shit on the scales. He just looked so like sluggish.
Yeah, but again, that was on a scale. I feel like once he comes in hydrated,
he was already. He wasn't
hungry.
cutting to 265.
Like
he was only like 250 or something.
I don't know.
In my head, it's like if Gane looks super good against all these heavyweights, and Jones comes in and just wrecks him, like what is that saying for the rest of the division?
But then you have like we were just talking about him, the beast, like Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
Like seeing that evolution of how he fought before to how it looks at least like he could start fighting. It's like if all these people are leveling up, it's like in wrestling. All these heavyweights aren't fighting like heavyweights no more.
I don't think it switches for him though.
You don't think so?
I don't think Derek Lewis, like, if he fights for a title fight, he's gonna have to crack Cyril, who's the top 5 right now. No way he's gotta take out the trash.
I gotta take out the trash.
I don't know who the heavyweight top 5 is right now, but Stipe has the next title fight.
Stipe John Jones.
That's a crazy
They could both be
one.
retiring after that fight. Then that leaves
I think John's got more fight in him. He's
open.
got enough money to retire, but I think it's legacy now. He's double champ. Like, he already beat the number 1 guy. Stipe was a former champ. The only person he has left is Ngannou, but he's boxing Tyson Fury, which is also gonna be a crazy fight.
Yeah. I feel like Tyson Fury, not Tyson Fury, Ngannou getting trained by somebody like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Where it's like they have that similar like punching power, and now it's just dog to dog.
So it's weird though, because Fury's so good on his feet. Like he's so elusive, even though he looks like a drunken ass,
like a fucking refrigerator with
bloke,
legs, bro. Yeah, that one's built.
Refrigerator with legs. Crazy.
That one looks so unathletic.
Yeah,
from like,
but he's dirty on his feet.
Then you see him moving, dude.
Yeah,
ring, it's like, don't judge the books.
That's a crazy one, dude.
That is.
Who you got for that?
For that, I'm gonna have to just stick with Tyson Fury, just cause
It's boxing.
it's boxing. Yeah, it's like I don't know if Francis has enough time
Yeah.
to learn boxing at the same level that Fury
Well,
understands.
it's like Ty in a sense. Like if he cracks,
That's true.
he's gonna
He
go
always,
down.
but he always has that fighting chance.
yeah.
I don't know if Tyson Fury's gotten hit as hard.
Deontay Wilder hits pretty fucking hard. He's just not as big. He's like 6'7", but he's only like 230 or 240. And Ngannou's a solid 280 right now if he's not cutting.
But then even for Ngannou, it's like you still have to take into account the kind of the damage reduction that those heavier gloves do. The more the more padded gloves do. Like
it is only 4 ounces though.
yeah, but how much like just in the build wise
Actually,
and
I don't know the actual weight, but
it's like how much is that gonna reduce his
Yeah.
punching power?
Tyson
That
Fury be
initial
cheating too.
crack.
Did you see that Deontay Wilder fight?
I didn't.
You could see his knuckles through the glove.
To the gloves.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the padding out. The
it
padding out.
didn't. I think that's what it did.
Horse hairs.
That's Mexican shit.
No,
But you watch him and you see him close his hand and it's a green glove, so it's a pretty bright color, and you could see the indents in his hand, like his fingers.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that don't look straight. No, if Ngannou goes out and wins though,
That would be hands off to him. But then it's even more rough because then what is he gonna do? Keep boxing?
Ngannou,
Yeah.
well, he's with PFL.
But nobody at PFL wants to fight.
He just keep checking, cashing checks and
Keep cashing checks.
Yeah, because like even Jake Paul is signed with PFL. I think he's like a media guy though, so he's just like kind of doing whatever.
He's there for the views.
Right,
There for
right.
the clicks.
If he does, I don't think it'll go anything crazy. But Tyson Fury said he'll fight Ngannou in a cage, and he said he'll beat him.
I think that's.
At the
I
end of
don't
the
know
day,
if
it's
that's
just
smart.
words. But like, I
if
don't
that's
know,
smart. I
dog.
don't
Once
know
you
if that's
add in
smart.
kicks and you kick a boxer's leg, it's like,
Yeah.
or
And
like,
it's just a different movement, dude.
yeah,
It's
Randy
a different
Couture
movement.
and James Toney. I don't know if you watched that fight before.
No.
James Toney was a big time. You know who James Toney is?
No.
So he's like a big time. He was a big time heavyweight boxer. And he was talking mess, this and that. And he ended up fighting Randy Couture. Randy Couture was like a UFC champ at like 42 or something.
Has to do with the ears.
Yeah.
From the Expendables.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know
yes,
who
yes,
that
that
is.
guy. But he fought James Toney, took him down within like 30 seconds, and choked him out. Or like armbarred him or something. He
Yeah,
submitted
I'm
him.
telling you, it's different. It's a different mindset,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I completely. That's the thing with MMA people don't realize, bro. People probably realize it, but it's like boxing. You have to focus on one thing. MMA, you have to be good on the feet, on the ground. You literally have to be ready for everything.
Yeah.
So it's like if a boxer really wants to talk that mess and go out there, like even Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis is gonna fight Logan Paul. Yeah, in boxing. The Twitter beef is so funny. I don't know if you seen any of that, but he's like clouded on
now
his
and
chick.
then, now and then.
Yeah, but like.
I still can't get over the. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I
go,
still can't
go,
get
go.
over the. Yeah, I left that hoe.
But you're married.
one. Yeah, that is crazy. That is wild.
She filed a
lawsuit.
order.
Yeah, restraining order.
Yeah.
I saw. I'm not sure if you saw the. I think Logan Paul posted it where he's like, when Dylan Dennis realizes he can't back out of a lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
And it was I'm not sure if you've seen that I'm sure you've seen the Punisher meme.
Yeah.
Where he goes, no. Wait.
I saw that one.
I don't know. That one's gonna be interesting too.
The amount of money that they're about to make is crazy.
Off of that is crazy.
And usually the influencer boxing doesn't do too even
The first ones did. Since
Yeah.
then, not too much.
like Jake Paul and Nate Diaz didn't make that much money.
no, but then like the original like Logan Paul KSI or
Yeah. they
back
for
a
sure
few
made it
years
back.
ago, those made.
But Logan Paul and Jake Paul were two different eras.
Yeah.
Like Logan Paul was actually making money. I think Jake Paul's actually trying to get into boxing, which I like tip my hat off to him. Like, bro, it's a hard sport to get into,
Yeah.
and if you just want to dedicate your life and you're actually winning matches, go ahead. But once he fought, what's his name, the other Fury,
The younger
Tommy.
one, Tommy Fury.
he fought Tommy Fury and lost.
And
So
lost.
it's like he fought a real boxer who was only like 6-1 or something, or 2-1, and like, bro, you got outboxed.
But then, see, that's what like is strange to me, right? Because I always watch those fights and think there's no way this shit's not rigged, right? Because like even because
The second Tyron Woodley one.
that Tyrone Woodley fight, it's like
When he
no
turns
way
his
you
hand.
go in there and like, do that to what could be like qualified as a world class fighter.
Well, he was.
And it's like
Keyword.
but it's like you can't. I don't understand how you could do that to him or even Anderson Silva, and
Yeah.
then you lose to somebody like Tommy Fury. Like maybe that was the only one that was actually real.
Yeah, there's a lot that we could chalk it up to though. He's bigger, he's longer. Like the guys he's fighting are coming up. Like Anderson Silva was an 85er.
Yeah,
He fought at 205 and he was undefeated at 205 until he fought what's his name? DC. But like he was walking around at 205.
yeah,
And like he went up to like I think it was 195 or something, and Jake Paul had to cut. But Jake Paul looked good on the scales against Nate Diaz. I don't know if you saw that weigh in.
yeah.
I think it was like 185 or something. And he actually looked kind of built, like cut, tone. But I don't know. I'd like to see him just keep boxing real boxers.
Boxing.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna make it in the boxing world, just box real boxers, bro.
And I feel like it would also work for him because then it starts solidifying him as a boxer.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then it stops being like YouTube boxing fights. It
Like
starts being boxing fights.
What's KSI's Misfits?
Misfits
Like
boxing.
when Jarvis was fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. That stuff is like you
It's
guys are in it
not
for the
good,
money.
bro. Yeah.
And if you
And it's
watch
also
those,
like nobody, as much shit as you want to give them, Logan Paul and Jake Paul, nobody chirps up a good fight like they do.
yeah,
Nobody can talk shit like they do.
yeah.
Cause like even motherfuckers that don't care will like come up and be like, "Oh, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that?"
It's the built up though. Like those two have histories,
Yeah,
so they're like their words hold more. But they have other influences on there, like Fousey Tube and like FaZe Jarvis or like they're trying to make K fight Jarvis's brother. It's like, bro, they're not gonna make
they're
as
not
much.
gonna make anything.
And even then, it's like bro, you guys are boxing other.
Cause maybe on
YouTubers.
YouTube you hold weight, but in a sports sense, in like a combat sports sense,
Yeah.
you don't hold any weight.
Yeah. Like, if you seen that clip of Jarvis sparring Mayweather,
I did, getting his ass beat, bro.
that was terrible.
Yeah. Mayweather's really just going around collecting checks, check after check after check.
Different countries too.
Different countries.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Who was it that tried to fight him after the bell, where the guy and the ref stopped the fight? I'm not sure if you saw that, where he was sparring some guy pretty much, and the ref stopped the fight because I think the guy was clinching or something, and the ref called it, and then he got pissed, started trying to throw hands after, and you still see Mayweather duck, and then rocks him.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mayweather's an interesting one though. He's people say he's got like glass hands and stuff. That's why he started getting good at defense.
yeah,
Like, who's that black dude that rocked Dylan Dennis in the parking lot? You know what I'm talking about?
no, I don't think so.
There's a video of Dylan Dennis, like, he's been getting into confrontations so much, but he, like, this guy just ducks his head and throws an overhand right and clocks him, and he bangs into the car behind him. Like, you can tell he's rocked.
Yeah,
And then he's like, oh, yeah, no, he didn't even hit me. Like, it was just like a flash, and, he just hit me. But that guy was at one of Mayweather's workouts, like those open workouts, and he was talking mess in the crowd, and then Mayweather was like, you got your stuff? Grab your stuff, let's box. And then the guy was like, all right, bet. Put on his shoes, started wrapping his hands, and then he got into the, I think he like went up to the cage, and he was like, nah, I'll do it for the check. Because Mayweather don't fight nobody for free. He can make 50 mil off a fight. 50 mil. But like, he was like, grab your stuff, let's box. And he got in, and then he was all about it. He was like, I just want to size you up, but I'm going to get paid for it. I said, all right, bro. Like, if you're going to make that much of a commotion, go ahead and do it. He's offering to spar you for free. Like, bro, go. Just do it. I think his name is Anthony Taylor.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but he rocked Dylan Dennis, and then, yeah, but Mayweather's just making checks in, like, Asia and all these people.
China.
I wonder what the people that he's fighting are making. Because if they're not making near to what he is, like, don't get me wrong, you're boxing a legend, even if it's an exhibition.
Yeah.
But, like, they better be making the bag, too, especially in those countries.
Like, I'm sure they are, but I feel like when you go around, like, we hear of it because of an Instagram video. We hear of it because of a YouTube video.
We're not watching it live.
We're not watching it live.
Yeah.
It's like, how much money can you really make off of that? You know?
Those Asian countries are loaded though.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's like. It's kind of like a one-sided check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
It's
just
like, yo, come
Mayweather
down
for the
here, we'll
name.
pay you.
yeah.
Kind of thing.
It's still dope that he's boxing though. He's pretty old. He got the hair transplant. And he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Did you watch the Max fight? I think it was 2 weeks ago.
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't. I saw the clip of the knockout.
Yeah, you gotta watch the whole fight though.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's back and forth for sure. Max scares everyone in Hawaii to death. He will get clipped and just stand there like straight faced.
Yeah.
Like when he fought Yair, he took that.
The leg kick.
No, it was like backwards. Like he backwards rolling thundered him. Like he span back and boom, and he just ate it and just stood there. I'm pretty sure everyone in Hawaii, the state, not just the island, bro, the state is like, oh,
yeah,
dude, it's.
But it's funny. I'm not sure if you saw the Flagrant podcast.
I did.
Where he's like, have you ever been rocked? He's like,
nah,
or at least I don't remember. It's like, I don't know if there's anybody. I don't know if he stays concussed or if he just gets concussed after these fights.
He did. When COVID was around and they had the Abu Dhabi, like the arena, he was saying he stopped sparring and started training over Zoom, which I believe because Hawaii being an island, if one person gets affected, it's just a matter of time so everybody else does. It's a rock. So, like, you have to practice on Zoom and stuff. Do I believe that he wasn't do I believe that he wasn't sparring? Not really. Like, at his level, you don't really need to spar, don't get me wrong. But now, like, if you watch his past documentary, his son, Rush, he's like, okay, today we're at the farmer's market, and then my dad's going to go spar. So it's like, it's like, so he's sparring. Is he sparring to kill each other like the amateurs? No, probably not. But they're when he was
just touch glove.
Yeah, touch sparring. Yeah. But when he made that announcement that he wasn't sparring anymore, everybody was like, "Oh, don't spar no more. Don't spar no more." And it's like maybe because he took so much damn trauma to his head that he had to stop sparring.
Yeah.
But
because then go for it.
He still hasn't been rocked, which is crazy. He got cracked by Arnold Allen, Yair, Volk. He was supposed to fight Khabib. That would have been a crazy fight.
That would have been good.
And then
I don't know if he would have. I don't know if that would have lasted long though.
Oh, he would. He's taking
him down, bro, locking him up.
Here's the thing. We won't know.
Like the Tony.
Yeah.
Bro, we won't know.
I don't think Tony would have went well either. Because after that Gaethje fight, bro. After the Gaethje fight, we never saw Tony again.
Yeah, not that same Tony.
Yeah. No, but Max is taking cracks, bro. Like from everybody. Yeah. And he's never got knocked down. That's impressive.
That's true. But
maybe he's rolling. Like he does move kind of like a boxer, like a Calvin Kattar fight. Best boxer in the UFC, baby. But he's like he rolls the shots good. And that TKZ fight, you should rewatch it. All I'm saying is like, Korean Zombie came out and he would crack Holloway and he'd put his hands up. Like what? And he'd crack him again and put his hands up. And then that's when they got into that flurry. It was where he got finished like 30 seconds into the third round. Yeah. So he just came out cracking. What? What? And then he just throws his right first as he's throwing his right, and he gets rocked as he's trying to throw his left. So he gets rocked this way. And he throws his left and lands on his side. But that was a really good fight. Like just, and Korean Zombie's smart. Like his interviews were like.
Well, he's wise, but that fool's old.
Yeah. He's not too old. He's just been around so long.
I feel like. Or I guess so.
Yeah.
It's taking enough ass.
That's the crazy thing. Max is only 29 or 28.
For real?
Dude, yes. He's only like... I guarantee he's not older than 30. If he is 30, okay. But like he's not older than 30. Yeah, because he lost to Volk and he was like, I'm only 28. I'm only getting better. So he. But
then again, that was a few years ago.
No, we have to look at
that. That was a few years ago. Because that was what, pre-COVID?
No. The second fight?
Or was that after COVID?
I think it was after.
I don't know. But even then, going back to the sparring stuff, right? Because I feel like you say, oh, he doesn't spar anymore. And then you see somebody like Sean Strickland, going back to the initial point. It's like you see him spar.
31.
Oh, okay. See, that was... 3 years ago.
Something like that.
So, but then you see videos of like Sean Strickland sparring, and it's like that fool's going 100, 120%. It's like maybe he's not sparring like that no more. Maybe he's not shooting to kill.
Yeah, because there has to be some sort of person-to-person interaction.
Yeah.
There's no way he's just shadow boxing.
I don't think you get the feel off a bag,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, for real. But Max is... I hope he gets the belt. The problem is... I think he got smart to it, to where it was like... okay, I lost to Volk twice or 3 times or something.
3 times.
And then, like, if I keep chasing Volk, people are going to be like, oh, okay, we know what's going to happen. So he's starting to call out different names. Because he's already beat everyone else in the featherweight. The only other person was Arnold Allen, and he beat him. Yeah. So I don't know who's next for Volk. But I think Islam's fighting Oliveira. So he can't fight Oliveira. Yeah, I don't know who, like Ortega, but he already fought Ortega. So I don't know who else Volk could fight except for Max. But I think what Max is doing is smart. Like he's clearing out the division.
He's gonna be
undeniable,
undisputed.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Right. And like people, like, arguments can be made like he didn't lose a certain fight, but he's not dwelling on it, which is I respect. It's like, bro, he's attacking it.
But that's the problem, dude. He's kind of stumped, dude. He's like undeniably the #1 contender. But if you put him up for that championship fight, I don't think he's taking it from Volkanovski. I just don't think it.
He's making different changes to his game. Like, first fight was Volk's. Second fight was supposed to be Max. Knocked him down twice. And then the third fight was Volk. But that second fight was Max for sure. So if they're just going to keep going back and forth, if Volk wants to go up, he can go up because he has that luxury. But I think if he fights Max again, it's going to be a different story. Max is different on his feet. He makes the adjustments. Like, a lot of people, like, when you see his posts and stuff, he'll comment, like, you got to leave Hawaii. But I think he says it in his interviews, bro. He wears it on his back. Like, Hawaii's on his back. UFC let him use that flag, even though they stopped using the flags.
But it's also because of the circumstance.
Exactly. But which is fine. Like, he's doing it for a great purpose, which is why they let him do it. And the red shorts and all that was great for the island, great for the cause. And he's spreading the message, as he should, as a Hawaiian spokesman.
As a Hawaiian spokesman.
Right, yeah. But I think it's... Do I think it'll be a clean win? No. But do I think that they know what's going on? Yes.
But you think Max Holloway, right? On the hands, I'll give it to you. That fool has hands like not many others. But then Volkanovski has hands. You can't like undermine his ability on the feet.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
And
he
I
knocked
feel
down
like
Islam.
And I feel like as we saw with Islam, that fool could take him down, hold him down, keep him down. I don't know if there's much to say about Max's ground game.
I mean, it's the saying, bro. Styles make matchups.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like, if you put Max with Islam, it's two different people. Islam is looking to take you down and put pressure. Max is a counter point fighter. Like, he's gonna crack you, and when he sees it, he'll rip hard. Like, all of his punches are maybe 70%. Like, you just touch him, boom, boom, boom. Like that Brian Ortega fight.
Yeah.
He teaches him how to block.
It's just volume.
Yeah. I mean, he has the record for like the most punches thrown or something.
By like 2,000 punches above GSP or something.
Yeah, like Jose, something like that against Calvin Kattar.
Yeah.
But I think it just comes down to that Styles make matchups, and we can sit here and say Volk looked dominant in that fight, but it's that same Styles make matchups because we don't know what's gonna happen, and that's
but I feel like we've
missing.
seen it 3 times already.
And it was 3 different fights.
Yeah, but I just think we've seen Holloway make progress.
Yeah.
But I think the jump from Holloway to first Volk fight to current Holloway is a jump for sure. But I think the jump from first Volkanovski to current Volkanovski is like 2 completely different.
Yeah.
Like, it's a complete 180.
So here's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Volk went 5 rounds with TKZ, and Max stopped him. Granted, this was a long time ago, right? Volk's last fight was Islam, and they were prepared to wrestle.
Yeah.
So when Islam rocked Volk, it was like, whoa, right? And then Volk rocked him back.
But I think arguably even then Volk won that fight.
Yeah, well, that fight is going to be arguable no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, in order to take a belt, you have to take the belt. You can't win the belt.
I guess, but I feel like in a sense he kind of did.
Yeah, well,
With those last.
do I think Volk won that fight? Yes. Do I think he won the fight? Yes. The only problem was
He didn't take it.
exactly.
Okay.
It wasn't a clear take.
So although he won it, he kind of left it up.
Yeah,
for-
it was a win for him.
Yeah.
It was definitely, he didn't get finished. Islam is seen as this wrecker that just runs over everybody.
and
But Volk
he got shut down,
rocked him
bro.
and took him down. Ended up on top in the end of the fight. The only reason why I say he didn't win was because he didn't snatch it. Like, if you want to get it, you gotta snatch it. Especially with like if we start talking about judges, it's gonna be another hour long. But like, the judges never fought before. The judges are people that are sanctioned within a point system.
Yeah.
So it's all subjective. But like, when they're watching that fight, they're looking at, pretty sure the rules are damage is first, and then like ring control and takedowns and stuff like that. But damage is number one,
Yeah.
right? He rocked Islam within the last minute of the fight, I think, in the 5th round. And they ended up on top, which is a great 5th round. But then like 2, 3, and 4.
But even what's it called, like Joe Rogan said, right? He said, if you're at school and you get pulled off the top, who won that fight? The fool that gets pulled off on top, you know?
The problem is there's only one round in school.
That's true. That's true, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're trying to find who wins or who loses a fight,
Yeah.
it's like the fool getting his ass beat at the end of the fight is the fool that lost.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
It's just that same thing. You have to go take it.
Yeah.
Like, I think if they fight again, it's gonna be a different story. People evolve. I'd like to see who Volk is fighting next.
I think
Does he have a fight?
I think it's a waiting game. I don't think so because Oliveira has Islam. Maybe he has who's next.
Do you think Oliveira beats Islam?
I don't know. It's a tough one. That's a tough one for sure. After the first one was kind of rough. Yeah. That's kind of rough. But I mean, like, I feel like if there's anybody we've seen get taken down and then come back stronger, it's Oliveira.
But he got finished. He was known as the quitter,
The quitter.
especially against Max. Like, he
And
literally
came
quit.
back as a dog
Exactly.
up until he met Islam.
Yeah, I think he was in a rush though. That fight didn't look like Charles.
And I feel like it was also kind of like early Islam, where you don't really know.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
Islam's
how
got
much
knocked
it is.
out before.
I've seen that.
That Brazilian
Once, though.
fool. Yeah.
Once. And we also saw a 180 came back, started hammering.
Right. I think the part of me just wants to say I want Oliveira to win because he's a people person.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
he's a
But,
people's
like,
champ.
Yeah, but Islam is dominant up there. If Islam and Tony were to fight, who would you have? Before, you know what? Let's do this. Islam and Gaethje, because he's next up with that BMF.
That's a tough one. I think that would be a really good fight. Really good fight, just because it's like Gaethje got hands of steel too,
D1 wrestler. He stopped
and
doing
he's a
Burroughs
wrestler.
double leg.
and he's a wrestler. That way, it's like I don't think he'll be completely like taken up over by Islam's ability on the ground. But I also know that Gaethje just likes to stand and fucking bang, bro.
Oliveira submitted Gaethje.
And that's the thing, is I feel like if anything, one of Gaethje's weaknesses is that like ground submission game.
Yeah.
And we've seen Islam could submit some of the best like submission artists.
Yeah. I think Islam's just a grinder, but
Yeah.
I really want
But
to
I
see
think that
Oliveira
would be a
win. I don't know
really good
why.
fight.
He's a good guy.
Because of that, because he's a good guy, and I feel like more than anything, we've seen Oliveira's journey of going down, going up, going down, going up, and it's kind of like Islam came in and fucked up all of our favorite fighters.
I really want to see Gaethje win the belt.
I do too.
Not only because he's wrestling teammates with our wrestling coach, but like something about Gaethje, his ability to be chest to chest and fire that calf kick, dude,
from inside the pocket.
Bro, we could be hand touching, and he will fire that calf kick from left field, and it will hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that video, but Justin Gaethje, I think he was in his basement, and he let some guy kick his leg. I don't know who the guy was.
Oh, yeah. Mean ass leg kick.
It was
leg kick. Yeah.
It's bad when you start rubbing
he's
it.
like, go. And you chops him right above the knee, too. It's like, oh.
Yeah. No, I really want to see Gaethje win. Dude, he's a dog. And I feel bad for Chandler because he asked to be at the top, and he's at the top, and he's competing with these guys. But he's just getting his ass kicked, bro.
Yeah.
Gaethje was a decision. But if you really watch that fight, bro, it was dominant from Gaethje. Maybe 2-1, but still, when you watch, like, he's just in the pocket, boom, and they started calf kicking each other, which was really crazy.
Yeah, but even then, right? Because you see, Gaethje's fight before this last one was who? Fiziev.
Yeah.
And we saw that three round fight. And it's like the first 2 rounds are really debatable.
And Fiziev is supposed to be a top-ranked striker.
But he kind of showed it. He kind of displayed it. Like, if you were to show me that same Fiziev against... Gaethje. Who did he just fight last? Who did Gaethje just fight last?
Fiziev. Oh,
That
Chandler.
knocked out Chandler.
Oh, no, Poirier. He knocked out Poirier.
He knocked out Poirier. It's like you used to give me that same Fiziev against Poirier. It's like, that's even a good fight.
Yeah.
Because the hands were getting thrown, punches were landing, and debatably he rocked fucking Gaethje once or twice.
Chandler?
No. Poirier.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I
don't know.
This is a big one. Chandler or McGregor? Because initially, after the real quick story. Me, my dad, and my little brother would watch Ultimate Fighter every Tuesday. Which is really cool. Just to, like, we just sat down together after dinner and just watched it, which is really cool for me because, like, we see each other every day, but it's like we don't have that interaction of, like, family in a sense. Like, we have to run the business, so we just see each other and we say what's up and we just enjoy each other's company. But for us to sit down and watch the show was just heartwarming for me because, like, damn, we're doing this together.
It's like sitting down, shooting the shit.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and we were just watching these motherfuckers just crack each other. So, but initially McGregor was talking mess. He was like, "Yeah, I don't want to fight Chandler. I want the BMF. I want Gaethje." But now I'm pretty sure they're fighting in like December or something, if I'm not mistaken. Or,
is it set?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But I thought he didn't enter the pool. He has to do the USADA.
No, but I think the date is set though.
I don't know. The thing about McGregor is I didn't watch much of it when he was in his prime.
Yeah.
So, like, seeing him now is, like, I understand he's a world class. Or was world class.
Who?
McGregor. But, like, if you come out and you start, like... I guess it's that, dude. It's the whole shit-talking thing. Where it's like, dude, you've been out for a while. You can't come in and demand the top when you haven't proven it against somebody that's at least decent.
Yeah.
In recent years, you know? It's like Henry Cejudo coming back to fight Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah.
It's like
he was out
you can't be out for 2-3 years and then come in and demand a title shot.
Cejudo could, though.
Cejudo could because he's the triple C, the triple champ.
Yeah, he went out on top.
Yeah,
McGregor didn't go out on top.
McGregor didn't. You know, it's like you can't come back from, what was it, two losses in a row?
Yeah, I think he lost to Poirier twice.
And then he lost to Khabib.
Oh, it was Khabib, Poirier.
Khabib, Poirier.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like, you can't come back after 3 L's, right? Go out and take no steroids, but come back like 20, 30 pounds of lean muscle, and then demand a title shot.
Yeah, I think it's just the stake he holds in the company.
I think so. I think it's that McGregor name, dude.
Yeah, but Chandler was never champ. So I think I just read something that said he hasn't entered the pool yet, so they're looking at 2024. But he has nowhere else to go, so he has to fight Chandler. Because at the end of the Ultimate Fighters, the coaches fight.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And
So whether it's now or just later, they have to fight.
they have to fight no matter what. They're going to meet. Like, McGregor said he wants to fight Max. He wants to fight Gaethje. He wants to fight Islam. And it's like, dude, okay, we get what you've done in the past. But right now, you got to fight Chandler.
You know what I'm saying? You don't hold the
weight.
to
Yeah.
call out these names, to call out these top fighters.
Yeah. I don't think I think he still believes that he holds that stock in the company. And
Which, I mean, like, if they allow him to take his time, hop in the pool when he wants to,
yeah.
it's like that's kind of allowing him
Yeah.
that.
And he was fighting that USADA call.
Yeah.
He was like, it doesn't have to be a 6 months. It has to be 2 positive tests
Yeah.
or something like that. But
It's like, all right, bro, you're not taking drugs, but clearly you don't want to take a
he
test.
is
You know
huge.
he is massive, bro.
Did you see the Ultimate Fighter clips?
Some of them.
So there's
But
a full.
regardless, that fucker looks like swollen.
Yeah.
That fool looks swollen. It's like,
So there's a guy fighting on the card. His name is Landon Quinones. He was on the Ultimate Fighter, and he's famous for like talking mess first round, but he loses first round to this guy named Jason Knight, who's like this veteran. It was so the whole Ultimate Fighter thing was veterans versus contenders,
yeah.
and he fought a veteran, and Jason Knight has fought like bare knuckle, and he's fought like different fights and stuff. But he got choked out first round. Yeah, I think he got triangled first round. Landon Quinones did. But there was a clip of him and Connor sparring, and Connor throws his liver kick with toes curled in. So he just hits him right on the liver. Boom. And he drops. Yeah, pretty much. It's a button.
Yeah.
Shit hurts. And he drops him. Boom. And then he's like, fight through it. And he keeps clipping him, right? But in that clip, Connor just has compression shorts on. And this man is,
It's yoked,
Yeah.
dude.
yeah.
It's because for some reason I get a bunch of bodybuilding shit on my Instagram and stuff. And it's like a lot of times it's videos of the guys walking around competitions be like, are you natty? Not natty.
Natty or not.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like you see kind of like a trend going where it's like you see the people that are natural and
Yeah.
they have like a build. They have like a look to them. And then you see the people that say not natty. And it's like you could see it. You start to like,
Yeah.
see stuff. They look
Some
swollen.
of them are tricky.
Yeah, they are. But I feel like it's also depending on the cycles that they take or whatever.
500 trend.
But it's like then you look at McGregor compared to one of these guys that are like not natty, and it's like no way you went from looking like this when he was struggling to make weight
Yeah.
to come back and looking like this. Like when you were fighting in between these fights, you didn't look like
He used
this.
to fight at 45.
Like between your fights while you were competing, as heavy as you got, you never looked even remotely close to this. You know?
That was something else.
So it's like, unless you've been eating straight turkey and rice and fucking pumping weight 2-3 times a day, bro, I don't know if you could claim daddy.
So if they fight, who you got?
That's a tough one because, like you said, Chandler's not looking very hot either.
No, he looks good. The problem is he's just not looking
Getting
as good as the
outmatched.
people he's
Yeah,
fighting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know because, again, like I said, we haven't seen anything out of McGregor in a while.
His last fight was
Poirier,
Poirier when he broke his
when he
leg.
broke his leg.
If you ask me, bro, I think Chandler's got that crack in him. Like, if you see him on fight night, he's bloated. He's got a turtle shell in front of him,
Really?
swollen up, and he cracks, bro.
I bet. But like I said, it's kind of hard to say without having any.
So I'll base it off their styles real quick. McGregor has that in and out kind of karate style, quote unquote, just because he's a lot bigger than a lot of people he's fighting. Chandler is that he's that timed pounce, crack out. Like he's got that in and out boxer kind of feel,
Mhm.
and we've seen Khabib crack McGregor. So it's like he doesn't have a iron chin. Poirier's cracked McGregor too. He dropped him, broken leg, but he dropped him. Yeah.
Learn it from Khabib. Learn it from Khabib.
But if I didn't put money down, bro, I think I'm going Chandler.
I think so. Just cause regardless, he has like the more recent fights behind him. He has the most recent. Cause who knows how McGregor comes back in fights?
Yeah.
Heavier weight. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that in and out, same karate, fast in, fast out style. Who knows if he's gonna have the same like quickness in his hands?
Yeah.
Maybe now he throws cinder blocks instead of fucking little
Cinder blocks
fast
hurt,
jabs.
yo.
You know?
Cinder blocks hurt.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you could tell maybe 1 or 2 cinder blocks for every 4 or 5 little fast ass punches he used to be able to throw.
I think it's one of those styles make matchups again.
Yeah.
Because they're not really.
But then I think they might fight more or less the same way now. Because I think because of the weight, McGregor might have to change
adapt.
from like that fast karate, like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2,
Yeah.
into like a more slower, more paced boxing, like, you know, throwing more, like I said, cinder blocks instead
Yeah.
of.
I think no matter what, I still go Chandler. And I could eat my words, but Chandler has, like, he's from the bell, it's 100.
yeah.
McGregor is like a 50, you know, like feel out 70 kind of tap.
But see, that's the thing. It was that. I feel like it's so hard to say.
But even then, when you see all his sparring videos with like Ian Gary and like all these
the
people,
same.
yeah, it's still like this karate, like this bounce movement. And even on the Ultimate Fighter, he had Wonderboy come on and teach them like his rhythm.
Yeah.
It was like a bounce, go, bounce, go. So I think he's just trying to base it off of his style. But like you said, I don't think Conor can fight at that style. But even then, he's still gonna have to get down. Yeah. I don't think they'll fight at 85. 85 is crazy.
That's correct.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fight at 70 or 55, which is their natural weights for like fighting wise. Yeah.
Or at least Chandler's.
Yeah, healthy wise, they should go
was.
70. Because it's not for a belt.
They'll probably go
55 realistically, but I just think, I don't know. Like even Strickland, I know we just kind of glossed over it.
Yeah.
He's a plus 450 underdog, bro.
For real?
Plus
but
450.
That's like a tough ass one to take. Cause we saw fucking, what's his name? Alex Pereira, which is the only person that even look, I think, remotely, or I wouldn't say that, but the last person we saw come remotely, like,
he's beat both those guys in the title fight.
We saw that motherfucker fuck up. Not even fuck up though, that's the thing. We saw him beat Izzy.
Oh yeah.
In like I wouldn't know if you kind of like just.
He was down.
He was down, but I don't know if you call it like catching him, because I don't think he caught him. I think it was part of the game. I think it was kind of because he's known as the. It
was that weird uppercut that he throws. It's almost like a check hook. So a check hook is when you're coming towards me and I hook you as you're coming forward and I angle off.
Yeah.
Right. So, but for him, he was chasing him, and instead of throwing a looping hook, which Izzy tried to catch up top, he threw that uppercut, which just broke the guard, and he got rocked. And
but see, that's the thing
of
whether it was planned
Yeah.
or at least practiced to where it's like say that what's the guy we were just talking about, the heavyweight, that Derek Lewis against Volkov,
crack, yeah,
where it's like, oh, I crack him,
catch.
get the chance, and then hit him, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if Strickland has that potential where it's so meticulous, where it's like, I'm gonna get my ass beat for the first few rounds, get him, a little bit tired, and then catch him when he's not expecting it.
I think Strickland's for sure a brawler. And I think
brawler that's gonna do him fucking bad.
Yeah,
dude,
brawler versus technical.
I think that's gonna do him so. Unless, like I said, everybody has a fighting chance.
Even versus Pajeda though.
Yeah, but
he cracked him early.
Again, clearly we saw, or at least it seems, that Izzy is more technical than fucking. I keep losing the names. No.
Pereira.
Then Pereira, right? And then Pereira outclassed Strickland. I just don't think it's like
Strickland. I don't know if that was class, bro, because
or at least the technical, the timing, it was searching.
I guess it was outclassed.
The hunting of it, you know.
Yeah.
Where it's like Strickland comes out in street fights.
Technical street fights.
Which
is really funny because there's like Instagram clips where people will like talk shit on like Twitter or Instagram, and they'll be like, okay, pull up to the gym, and then they'll Extreme Couture has like cages in their gym,
Yeah.
so they'll put them in that cage, and they will just scrap.
Yeah.
So Chris Curtis, who's Sean Strickland's teammate,
His teammate.
yeah, the black dude,
Yeah.
fought some guy, right? And it was this old beat up guy. And he was just cracking him. He was just being nice, you know. And afterwards, the guy kept talking shit. He's like, "Oh yeah, I would have beat you anyway." And then Chris Curtis turned on the switch. He was like, "I went easy. You still want to talk shit?" But the fight was already over. So I was like, "Bro, crack him now." That's like pretty off the topic. But like, you see Strickland on Rogan. He's like, "Yeah, we'll just go like 12 rounds. Whoever quits first wins."
Yeah.
Or loses. But like, you just think about it, it's like, yo, this man Strickland is a crazy motherfucker.
Crazy, bro. But I'm telling you, I feel like that's gonna be his downfall against Izzy. That might be why he never gets to that belt. Where it's like, you see these people that have the belts right now,
Yeah.
and you look at them and it's all super meticulous. It's all super, like, nobody's, at least recently, has gotten lucky and gotten the belt. Everybody has either grinded it out or who?
He didn't get lucky, but Jamal Hill, the 205 champ,
Okay.
he beat Glover, but I wanted to see him fight more.
Yeah.
Because he did Rogan, and I heard him talk. I was like, oh, bro, this guy's super skilled. He's technical. I hear him talk. He's wise. And then, just like Yuri, who beat Glover as well, he vacated the belt because he got injured. And I respect it because you want to keep the division going. Yeah. But it's like, bro, you're the top of the division. You're not old. It's a minor injury. Other people under you can still fight.
Yeah.
Just hold the belt for your recovery time. When you're ready to come back, come back. Because the division's going to play out no matter what. Because he just beat the guy who retired.
Yeah. I see, but then I would say Jamal Hill got lucky, not in the title fight, but to get the chance at the title fight.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, nobody has gotten lucky in actually going up the ranks, going into that title fight against a champ, and then beating him.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of what Strickland's looking for.
He looked great in his last fight, though. I got to give him that.
Yeah, he
against
did.
the Magomedov. He's a PFL guy, but like.
But then Magomedov didn't look super hot either. It's like you could see it in him where it's like, oh, this fool gave up. And
that's that Strickland pressure, though. Like, that's his game.
Yeah, it is. But from what we've seen of Izzy, does it look like he's gonna give up?
No, he's not.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. It's like Paredes clearly not gonna give up. That's how he got the belt in the first place.
It's funny because I was watching the Whitaker. Well, Whitaker was on it, but it was that weigh-in show.
Yeah.
And it was in the morning today because it was last night. Yeah, it was last night. So I was just watching their weigh-in show, and Whitaker was like, he has the style to throw off Izzy, which is funny because Whitaker has that same kind of style as Strickland, but it's less of a pressure. Mm-hmm. It's an in and out pressure. But like, just hearing Whitaker talk about it, and he just got beat by Duplessis.
It's like,
yeah. I still think Whitaker can still beat Duplessis.
Technical mind.
He got clipped though bad. Yeah.
I feel like everybody kind of it's kind of that same thing where it's like you come out and you don't expect Duplessis to look as good as he did.
Yeah.
So it's like even you're in the middle of things. It's like, oh, I'm about to fight this fool that's not bad, but he's also not world class. And then he goes out there and stuns you with some world class fucking fighting. Yeah. It's like, holy shit. Now I'm rocked. How do I recover from this?
Yeah. I really want to see.
I think that would have been a great fight to see. Duplessis with Izzy.
He got injured though. That's why he pulled out.
Yeah, that's why he pulled out. But
I still think Izzy.
I think that's kind of bitch pulling out after you just
I think DDP and Strickland is kind of similar styles, just in the sense the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm coming to get you. I think they should have made DDP and Strickland fight.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're going to give him the title shot and then you're going to put...
Yo, make us matchmakers.
And then you're going to put Cannonier behind that.
Did he weigh in? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he weighed in.
He did? Did he make it?
I think so. But then it's like, if you have 3 people in the pool for the title fight, it's like, have one of them at least sorted out.
Cannonier just beat Vittori,
He beat
right?
Vittori.
Okay.
fucked up Vittori. Not
It was a
a
good
while
fight,
ago. It was a
though.
while ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was at least like a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah, it was at the Apex.
Yeah.
So.
Where it's like, I feel like there's too many people that are easily interchangeable for that championship fight. Where it's like you gotta at least, if you're actually looking for the best, you gotta sort it out a little bit.
Yeah, it's
You
that
gotta
division,
have
dude.
1 or 2 more fights in there. See who really is the next contender for that championship fight.
All right, last one, and then we'll wrap it up. But like, O'Malley.
What a fucking performance!
Yeah, right.
What a performance!
He's got 6'9" tattoo, and he's still knocked out. Aljamain.
Yeah, Aljamain Sterling. That is fucking crazy.
Aljamain, I don't know if you watched it, but he went on Bradley Martin's podcast. He's saying he wants a rematch,
Yeah.
which is perfectly fine. You deserve that, right? You beat some of the top, Sanhagen, Jan. Now.
That Aljamain is a great fighter. I would give it to him. He's a good fighter.
But he said he wants a chance. He wants an answer because the stoppage was premature to him. But if you watch it, he gets cracked, right? Lays to his back, blocks, hammer fist, and he turns his back because you can't hit the back of the head, which is a perfectly fine strategy.
Yeah.
But after 20 unanswered shots,
It's a thing kind of like where if you're going to shell up, don't be surprised if they call a fight.
yeah,
Because it's like, yeah, maybe the stoppage was just a tad bit short. But did he get rocked? Yeah. In any other fight, I think just off the initial fucking him getting hit and him going out, a ref would have called it. Would have been like, yo, he's
that was a bad
out.
one.
He's out.
It wasn't
right?
like a TKZ knockout to
No.
where he was flatlined, but like
But it's like, yo,
he got
this
dropped
fool's
bad.
like,
He closed his eyes and everything.
like he might not know where he's at right now.
Yeah,
type
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like for them to let it go by and then still that second one fell, boom, right? Okay, that's one. That's two. And then you turn around and it's
Yeah.
not like you turn around, like some people will turn around, catch a leg, try to build up.
Yeah.
He like turns around, shells away, and then like covers up. Like, what are you asking for? You're not trying to stand up. You're not trying to go into the action. You're just trying to hold off till he gets tired or till you catch a second for you to catch your breath.
Yeah. So the sanction rules when my older brother was fighting and like when everybody else fighting, and I corner them, protect yourself
At all times.
intelligently. Giving your back isn't really
Not
so his excuse or his argument rather on Bradley Martin was, if I turn my back to you, can you hit me in the back of the head? And of course Bradley Martin is not educated in that world, so he's like, yes. He's like, no, it's illegal from the rules, right? I understand that if you get rocked and you go straight to your turtle, right? But if you get rocked, boom, 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 10 shots later, and then you turtle, like, nah, bro, that's.
But
way
that's what I'm
off.
saying. Even when people turtle, even when fighters turtle, they try to go
Yeah,
into the action.
Yeah.
You try to keep fighting into it. Show that you're still in the fight. Don't turtle and like shell away from it.
Yeah.
Because if you see, like, right before they call the fight, he's, like, shelled up with his head away from O'Malley. And O'Malley's just...
Yeah, I think max 30 seconds more and it would have been
It
over.
would have been over anyways.
Yeah, but, like, so, do you think the immediate rematch is there? The clause? It's not a clause, but.
I could see it. Because who did O'Malley called out Cheeto Vera?
Because
I love Cheeto Vera, family man. He's the only guy to beat O'Malley. Only got to beat O'Malley. It's the same thing. We saw half of a fight. We saw
Yeah.
half of what could have been a fight.
Well, I mean, I think that was technicality. There was, of course, it's a little nerve, and it's really hard to hit. But for
But
him
he
to
still
hit
got
it,
hit.
exactly.
Like, regardless, I know it's not the knockout finish. It's
Yeah.
not even the decision finish. But at the end of the day, you got finished, bro.
Yeah.
You got beat.
And then even after his leg went numb, he got elbowed to the finish.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
went,
yeah.
Boom, bounce.
It's not like, obviously, you didn't go down and tap.
Yeah.
Like, you went down, bro. Like you said, defend yourself at all times. If you can't defend yourself, if you're crawled up taking an ass whooping, they're
Yeah.
going to have to call
It's
it.
not intelligent. Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay, I give you 2 minutes to recover. You still can't stand on that leg. You still can't put pressure on that leg. You're still going to go down.
Even then, there's no recovery time. It wasn't a
Exactly.
legal blow.
There's no recovery.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
no
saying.
nut shot,
Like,
eye poke.
like giving you time regardless, you're not coming back and being able to fully use that leg. So regardless, that would have been your excuse. Yo, I got hit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, even if they would have given you time, you would have came back and had that same excuse. What do you want? Them to stop the fight, come back next week?
Yeah.
It's like, sadly, that's still an L.
Did you see the Izzy? Not Izzy. What's that one? Mighty Mouse and Cejudo.
They're...
The second fight.
No.
So he gets leg kicked, and the same thing, his leg goes numb.
Yeah.
He starts ballet dancing, but he finishes the fight and wins. And then it happened to Michael Chandler too in Bellator. Leg went numb, like it, literally just
Yeah.
playing basketball out there, bro. I swear. And then I think Chandler lost though. But so Marab was saying it's either him or Aljo.
I could see that. I don't see a Cheeto Vera fight. I understand there's history.
Yeah.
But
That's the only reason why I see a Cheeto fight.
After what we saw, not in his last fight, but the fight before that, against Sanhagen,
Yeah.
it was not a good fight for him, right?
Yeah.
He came back. He looked a little bit better this fight, but it's still, I still wouldn't say it's championship level,
It was a 3-rounder too.
right?
And Cheeto's a slow starter. so-
Yeah, that too. But again, if you get finished in the first round, you can't say you're a slow starter, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, who do you give it to next? Sanhagen's looking really good. I think it's either you give Aljo the rematch right away, or you have Merab and Sanhagen fight for that post. Although Merab already said he doesn't want to fight it because he's over here on fucking Aljo's nuts or
Glazing
whatever.
him?
Dude. Yeah, he's over here glazing him. I understand he's your teammate, but if he's your teammate, bro, go up or down in weight.
Yeah. Would you fight your teammate?
Would I fight my teammate?
At that level, not like what we're at right now.
Because I'm thinking at that level, right? I feel like you kind of have to do it like in a wrestling room, right? Me and you behind closed doors have to go at it.
Yeah.
If I win, this is my spot. If you win, I got to go down or up, try to fight for that spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like there's no point in us being teammates and fighting for the same position. Because as a team, we want to be the best.
Yeah.
So if that means I could go down a weight and fill in the best at that weight, I'm going to go there.
So you want to fight your teammate?
Not in the open.
Okay. So this is my mindset, right? I agree with what you're saying. The only difference is with them two is money.
Money.
So I forgot who Rose was talking about, but Rose was talking about someone in their last fight, and then they asked her like, "Oh, this person." I think they sparred. She sparred with somebody that they asked if she was gonna fight them, and then she was like, "We already beat the shit out of each other for free. Why wouldn't we do it for money?" Usman and Burns, teammates, right? From I think it's Black Zillions. They were teammates, right? And then Burns called him out in the cage, and then Usman went to Colorado with Trevor Whitman. If I'm like, it looks like Merab and Aljo are really close.
Yeah.
Like
They're
brothers.
like side by side, yeah.
So if that's the point, maybe not. But if it's like Usman and Burns, where it's a big gym, I think I'd scrap for money.
Yeah, of course it's like, but that's where I feel like that's when it comes into up to them, and it's that degree of comfortability.
Yeah.
Where it's like, dude, if it's me and you at the same weight, bro, I don't know if I'm scrapping.
Yeah.
Cause then that adds like a sort of like, dude, we're practicing together, we're training together. I know what you know, and you know what I know. It's like our fights won't be that good.
We're also not from the same. Like it's not as big of a gym. As
Yeah,
like those
exactly.
companies.
And then you say like Usman, where it's like, yeah, they might be part of the same gym, but it's like if they're practicing together every day, if they're like, I'm in your corner, you're in my corner, then you might end up like Masvidal and Kobe Covington.
Yeah.
And it's like, I see where it's like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to have that. Right? That's what I'm saying. If you want to be the best, you want to show your school's the best, settle it behind closed doors, see who's moving up, who's moving down.
Yeah.
Or Merab, Aljo, you had your chance. If we're homies, bro, you had your chance.
Yeah.
I was there in your corner. Let me get my shot. You be in my corner.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I think Aljo gets immediate. Just personally.
I
I can see the Cheeto just because of storyline. Yeah, UFC wants to make money.
UFC wants the story.
But it has to be Sterling, Marab, or Sanhagen. And Sanhagen just fought. And he fought Font, which is, it's still a good fight. He was supposed to fight
But he
Umar.
looked fucking pristine, bro.
Yeah, without an arm.
Without an arm.
Without an arm,
Without
he
an
looked
arm.
good.
Shoulder, right?
Yeah. Like,
It's
tore
like,
his shoulder or
dude.
something.
But it was a fucking shutout. Yeah, he didn't finish him.
Yeah, I kind of...
if I feel like he goes in, he finishes that third. Was it a 5-round fight?
It was a 5-round fight.
Third, fourth round, you get that call up. You get that, all right, he's ready for it. Because he let it go to decision, although it was dominant, it's like you need that, especially in the UFC. It's like you need either that story or the superstardom. And right now, Chito Vera has a story, and Aljo has that superstardom.
Yeah.
Sanhagen's kind of left out because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the money.
He's not that it.
He doesn't have that it.
He's not boasting. He's not talking.
He doesn't have
shit.
that pay-per-view value.
Yeah.
Yet, at least.
He's a skill guy.
Yeah. Whereas like, everybody loves the behind closed doors fucking people's champ, but if you're not showing that quality to be the out the gate people's champ, it's hard to build up into that.
Yeah. So with that being said, who do you think has next?
I think the best fight would be Aljo next.
Aljo, yeah. I agree.
And then again, same thing almost with that upper weight. Aljo has to fight Cheeto, not Aljo.
Marab.
Marab has to fight Cheeto.
Marab has to
Cheeto
fight
has to
Sandhagen
fight
first.
Sandhagen.
Yeah. So I think Sandhagen beat Cheeto.
Yeah.
And Cheeto hasn't fought anybody else except for Sean. So that's the storyline matchup that they want.
It's the storyline.
And all four of them have fought. Because Jan's still in the mix and so is Marab. I think they can't really do Aljo a number one contender because he's been so dominant at the top. So they have to go Aljo. But I know Marab is like this, I want next, I'm next. But I think if he fights Sanhagen or if he fights Cheeto, those are both good fights.
Yeah, but I feel like a Marab against a Cheeto doesn't serve anybody. Kind of in a way. Because it's like, for Marab, he already beat everybody. Either he already beat Cheeto or he already beat everybody that beat Cheeto. Like, Cheeto's really only in contention because he's the one that beat O'Malley. Without that, like, again, everybody loves Cheeto Vera. Great, it's always good to see him fight. Yeah. But he's not that world class that like you want in that title fight.
Yeah.
Marab has to fight Sanhagen, just because Sanhagen's been coming up through the ranks, been grinding one guy after the other. Pause. And and like has come in and like beat everybody out.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's either Marab has to fight Sanhagen.
I think that's the fight. Because Marab just beat Jan. Sanhagen lost to Jan, but he beat Font and then
Cheeto.
So those are his past two fights. I think Marab and Sanhagen and then Aljo and O'Malley is a crazy card.
But see, the problem there is I feel like if Sanhagen fights Aljo again, right? Not Sanhagen. O'Malley fights Sanhagen. Yeah. Let's say Aljo wins, and then Sanhagen fights Marab and Marab wins. They're not gonna want to fight each other, and then we come back to the same fucking problem.
Yes and no. I think Marab will call out O'Malley next, because as much as we want to say they should fight each other,
but again, like O'Malley said in the press conference, at the moment where he stands, he's calling who he wants next.
Yes and no. The only reason why I say no is because Aljamain was so dominant at the top.
Yeah.
So it's like Max. When Max lost to Volk, it wasn't like Volk's going to fight somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, he probably could have called someone else out. But because Max was so dominant at 45, they had to fight again. That's the only reason why I say them too. Because Aljamain has beat everybody who's to beat except for Marab. And I don't think he's fought Cheeto yet. But
we know how that would go.
If we're just going down the line, I think he has to fight O'Malley next.
Yeah.
That's the only probable cause. It's like...
Yeah, I guess so.
Imagine Aljamain goes up there and submits O'Malley.
And submits O'Malley. That'd be crazy. But
Then
see,
they have to have a
I
third
don't
fight.
see that happening though. Or again, you can't. I don't know. I just think it's tough.
That's another point that he brought up, though. He was like, if I didn't go out there and try to get him, we would have had a
We
stalemate.
would have had a stalemate.
Which
Or even then, I don't know, because I feel like O'Malley has kind of like that unorthodox, super over here, over there kind of style, where it would have never hit that stalemate because it's like they're both creative in a sense where we got stuck here, I'm going to change it up, do this.
Yeah.
And then we start this scramble. And if we stalemate here, this guy changes it up. And then they go into another kind of, flurry.
How about O'Malley and his coach, bro? Coming from Montana.
Yeah.
Who
That
the
whole
fuck
story
goes
is
to Montana?
crazy. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you saw recently. I'm not sure who posted it. But they were like, it was back in Arizona.
Yeah.
When they're like, so this is my house. And you look over, and that's O'Malley. And then you see him coming out the door. Like mad young,
That's
still
sick.
without the rainbow hair. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
what better?
That's real.
What better come up do you want?
Yeah.
It's someone that was there when you were like nothing, and now it's there when you're.
He literally took him into his house when I think he was like coming up as a pro.
Yeah.
My dad, even me and my dad were watching that fight together, and then, sorry, my dad and I, stupid, but we were watching that fight together, and then
Literally.
O'Malley cracks him, jumps over the fence, and he goes, "Oh, where's Tim? Where's Tim?" Tim pops up from the crowd. He's like, "Ah, yep, that's his guy right there."
Yeah.
And like everybody's making like edits and now, and I don't know if you watched his documentary, but O'Malley made a documentary about his title fight and stuff. Really, really good documentary. It just goes through, them being together and stuff. That was a heartwarming one. It was like, damn, bro, they've been together since bro didn't have no eyebrows.
Yeah. Yeah. Before they were rainbow colored.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about people's champ, I think O'Malley's like the hoodlum people's champ.
It was just everything about that fight, bro. It was the walkout. It was the tense. It was everything.
Yeah.
And then when he went out there and cracked him,
The
it was
song,
like,
bro. The song is
Superstar
crazy.
was
It all works.
crazy.
It like he was on his Izzy shit, bro. He envisioned this shit, bro. Yeah. He fucking manifested that shit.
Yeah, that shit was tough.
Yeah.
Shout out O'Malley, man.
Shout out O'Malley.
If you ever see this, shout out O'Malley.
That shit is crazy.
This was crazy.
That was crazy.
All right, we're coming up on how long we been on, Oscar?
Hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and
Hour and
50 minutes? 15.
Hour 15.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Did we just go hour 30?
Hour 30. You want to switch up the topic?
It's funny texting Oscar because he texts like it's a fucking high school exam or like a college essay. And I asked him, I was like, yo, bro, why you text like that? he's like, hey, that's just me, man. I was like, real?
Fuck with it, bro.
He was like, yeah, it's going to grow my, he was like, pretty much just saying it's going to get exposure to him and build his skill and stuff. He was like, if we start making money, I'm going to get my percent. I was like, that's real, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't, I'm not going to hold you about it, bro. If we start making money because of this and you're our tech guy, you're making money.
As long as you stay being our tech guy.
Yeah. Unless you go to like a porn shoot or something, then we have problems, bro. Like, yeah, bro,
Don't-
don't shoot them, shoot us. Oh my god, you do have to charge for.
Hey man, you have a half a setup right here. You just gotta remove the table.
Not in the house.
You gotta remove the table for a couch, bro.
couch you sitting on.
You just switch it and then boom, bro. That's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Before we know it, we're gonna have the most cinematography. Cinematographic. What's the word? Cinematic OnlyFans shoots known to man, bro. With cutscenes and B-roll and all that shit.
Might be in competition.
Yeah, I've seen some of like movie scenes. Like literally, they look.
You've seen movie scenes?
You've seen movie
They
scenes?
look like Hollywood scene, but it's like real.
They look like Hollywood, huh, Oscar?
Crazy the way they
Yeah, it's real crazy.
For educational purposes,
Yeah,
bro.
it was just studying.
He's learning the camera angles and the other angles.
It's research, man.
Oh, okay.
It's research. I love that.
Looking at the exposure and the frames per second and the feet per inches or something.
Feet per inches is kind of crazy. I think it means inches per feet, but we're just not gonna talk about it.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
He's done with us, bro. Yeah. Damn, that was like an hour and a half long conversation about UFC.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, we just
Hey,
talked
you
about
didn't
UFC
start
for
watching
now.
about it. You didn't start watching it until we were in college.
Was it not speaking though? I feel like I was making some sense.
That was fire.
I was making some sense. It's funny because yesterday I was telling Javi that the NFL season was starting tomorrow or yesterday.
Chiefs lost.
Yesterday, yeah, Chiefs lost. So much for that double champ.
That's exactly how the season started, though. They were doing ass.
But I was telling him, right, he was like, oh, you watch football now? I'm like, not really. He's like, who do you support? Only team I've seen games of, baby. I'm like, Niners, fool.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, not because it's individual thought, just because that's the only games I've ever seen.
Hey. We contenders.
Yeah. And it's like, that's what I'm watching, bro. That's what I'm going to watch.
Yeah. I'm excited, bro. Football season.
Yeah.
Get to watch football on Sundays. Did
Dude,
you watch that Chiefs game at all?
I tried. Excuse me. I tried, dude, but I'm so accustomed to watching soccer games
Yeah.
where it's like I get a whole 45 minutes of the game straight, ads in between, another 45 minutes. It's like set, you know. I know that I'm going to have 15 minutes of ads before, 15 minutes of ads in between, and 15 minutes of ads after. There's something about watching a fucking football game where I'm watching 3 minutes of the game, followed by 5 minutes of fucking ads, followed by another 2 minutes of the fucking game,
Yeah.
followed by another 5 minutes of ads.
I think it's the same thing as adapting, though. Like I guess UFC is the same because you get the 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
It's the breaks in between football.
Yeah, but I think that might be also one of the reasons that football doesn't really reach much of outside of the
America?
US is because it's like it's ad after ad after ad after ad.
Yeah.
But a lot of those ads are like US based, you know? Whereas like soccer or even like golf or tennis, it's like the ads are always kind of universal.
Mexican soccer is bean based, bro.
It is bean based, but everybody loves tequila. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Those Dos Equis commercials.
Dos Equis, fucking El Centenario.
What's the phone companies that they be boosting? It was T-Mobile, but
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
Verizon. Dish Network Latino.
Walmart.
La Walmart. Bro, all that shit. I feel like that's one of the reasons it doesn't really reach much. Because it's like, dude.
Yeah.
Only a fucking American could sit there and watch ads about McDonald's and Lay's chips over
Well,
and
it's the
over
same
again.
thing that you feel about soccer. It's like you've been piecing up this game for so long that you know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with football. It's like there's a reason why they're taking these timeouts. There's a reason why these fools need a break because they just ran 40 yards to not catch a ball. Like
I get it, but it's like, how would I say? So I played high school football for like a year. Bench warmer, baby. But regardless, that just means I watched the game even better, right? So it's like
HD seats.
I'm HD front row. Didn't even have to pay for it. But it's like I'm watching this game and like you see these breaks in between, and what you see in between, it's like the personnel changed,
Yeah.
the player changed, the coaching calls, everything like that. It's like it's something you can watch. It's something that's like it gets you, I feel like, even more into the game.
Yeah.
Because I went from not watching or knowing anything football to playing these. I guess they're fucking high school games, right?
Did you ever play a game?
I played 2.
Like pre-season or what?
No, like in season.
Oh, okay.
It's against the shitty teams. It's just because I didn't care
Win
enough
to
to
win, bro.
learn the plays. I didn't care. So it's like they would tell me, oh, run this. Man, I don't give a fuck. What the fuck is this shit mean?
Isn't that kind of crazy though? Because like soccer, you don't really have to learn plays. Like you guys have plays, but like football, you have to examine the field to know what play you're gonna do.
Yes and no. Because in a way, it's like we're not running anything that we haven't practiced. Right? It's like more or less, we're running a system depending on their system. So it's like we're all set to a certain thing. yeah, they're different plays, but we don't go outside of the normal. It's not like we're creating plays on the go. You know what I mean? It's like, or
Football?
at least at a high school level. It's what I'm saying. Yeah, they might change the play.
You played defense though.
I played offense actually.
Offensive line?
Yeah.
So you still had to react.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, but even for my position, play wise, it didn't really matter. All we were told was block the fucking, the middle.
So you don't
Block
really have
the
to worry
pocket.
about it.
We don't really have to worry about it. But it's like, even then, everybody around us, they're running the same plays.
Yeah.
They're running continuous plays. Yeah, it's not the same on every down, but it's one out of like the 10 or 12 cycled over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's just who can run them better or who can put them together better, right? But it's like even that, like the little stuff is like what you see in between those breaks. So it's like for me to sit there and watch just the action part of it,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh yeah, it's super interesting for this like 30 to 45 second spread. Because yeah, they might be running 40 yards, but for these motherfuckers, it doesn't take very long to run these 40 yards.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm watching the action for 45 to a minute at a time, but that minute at a time is cut in with like 2 or 3 minutes of ads.
Yeah.
So it's like, I gotta watch this, right? Yeah, the guy hikes the ball, throws it, whatever. And then there's a break because the flag was thrown. So now I gotta watch 2-3 minutes of ads and then come back, and then they tell me what the flag was for, and then another minute, 2 minutes of ads, and then they're gonna rerun it. They're gonna run it back.
Here's what it sounds like you're describing the Super Bowl, just with the ads and
I
stuff.
guess so.
Because a regular game doesn't really have that much ads, like a regular in-season game.
But even then, I watched that the Chiefs Lions game yesterday. I was watching it, and it's like, yeah, I'm watching it. It's like,
well, that's because it was a Thursday
and then
too.
you watch it, and it's an ad.
On Sunday, there's other games happening.
Yeah, I get it, but then it's like, that's what I'm saying. But there's so much that goes into it where it's like, oh, I gotta make sure to watch it on a Sunday so I catch 2/3 of the ads that I do on a Thursday. One is like, I could watch a soccer game and I know I'm gonna watch 45 minutes of any game and get no ads,
45 minutes of nothing,
or
bro.
2 or 3 ads, and then get the 15 minutes in the half.
Yeah.
Where it's like, football games are for 12-minute quarters.
Somewhat, yeah, something like that.
12,
I think
15,
it's 15.
Right? That should be 60 minutes, but a football game's like 3 hours.
Because it's the strategy behind it. For soccer, there is no strategy because there's no downs. It's a consistent 45 minutes because if we had downs every time, it would take even longer than a football game.
But it's because
Every time you kick a ball and the possession switches, that'd be an ad.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. Like I see what you're saying. It's the strategy behind both games. Soccer doesn't need ads because it's a 45 consistent. Like we're not gonna have downs. We have timeouts here and there. We have switches, but it's always at stops. Football, it's like in soccer, you can't hear what your coach is saying in your helmet because you don't have a helmet on or earpieces. For football, it's like, all right, we're gonna run this play, and then we have 30 seconds in between to get our play straight. So that 30 seconds is really what takes that ad time that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's them getting set up to the line, which only takes like 5 seconds, and then they're calling out the plays, telling their team what to do. I think that's the difference between the two sports is you don't need to call plays for soccer. You can call it on the fly.
What I'm saying is like, that is something that you could watch. You can. I feel like they cut out that scrambling part, the kind of like the little mayhem that goes in between every down, every call, every play, and it's like, instead of watching the ad, I'd much rather watch them fuck around and scramble to try to see who's gonna go in, who's gonna come out.
They're only scrambling when there's only like a minute left on the clock.
Yeah.
There's no scramble because they're trying to run it down. They're trying to score and run out the clock.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, all that little shit in between is what we could be watching. It's the in soccer, the substitutes,
Yeah.
or the injury times. It's like, once the soccer game's going, if somebody gets hurt, like we're watching this play out. We're watching either the people come in.
You're watching the fools just argue about it.
Yeah, or you watch them argue about it. Exactly. But it's like you're watching it, and like that's something that's like you're watching. It's like, oh, did you see these fools scrap over this call? And it's like in football, I feel like it's like they cut that stuff out. They cut off like the.
Well, it could be the same thing in football. We just don't hear them.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
we
I'm
hear 'em
saying.
after.
It's like in football, it's like that's what's covered up with the ads.
Yeah, they just don't want to. Cause even soccer's super political. They like, oh, this fool's down. We have to make a big commotion. And football's like, oh, this fool's down. He's down.
He's down. Yeah.
I think it's maybe it's because is soccer full contact? Does it count as full contact? We'll just say it's full contact. It's full contact with no pads.
Yeah.
So you can't really truck somebody.
It's
and
full
go
contact,
flying.
non-physical. Like they're not trying to hit each other. It's not football or rugby. It's a little less bitch than baseball, but not. But it's still more bitch than like rugby.
Rugby's not bitch, bro. I don't know if you've watched that shit.
No, I'm saying soccer's more bitch
Oh,
than
okay,
rugby.
okay. Yeah, I think it's just the audience, the people that are watching. Like, 'cause I've watched soccer games with you before. I know what's going on. Like, I know why they're stopping and stuff. And then when we watch football, it's like, all right, people don't really want to see this full down. Like, we know we're on pads and we're cracking each other.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I flop? Like, people still flop, but like, I think it's just the audience and the strategy.
Mm-hmm. I think it might just be understanding the strategy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for watching us talk about sports, UFC, football. Come back next week or whenever the next one comes out to hear how wrong our predictions was or how right our predictions were, and see what fights get called out. Again, shout out O'Malley if you ever watched this.
O'Malley, Max Holloway, Israel Adesanya. Shout out you guys.
Alexander Volkanovski. The
Max
people's
Holloway.
goats.
Max Holloway.
Max
We gotta
Holloway.
start up Spotify, so also you can put the audio on Spotify
For sure.
and then YouTube as well.
Yeah.
But we'll get that going. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If this is on Spotify, let us know what's going on. We are Organic Goons on YouTube. We gotta start our Instagram. and
If you
TikTok.
watch this, tell us how fucking wrong our shit was.
or if you agree with us.
We're not wrong, but argue with us in the comments.
Yeah. What's your plug your socials, bro? Your Instagram and stuff.
Follow us
that you
at
don't be
Organic
on.
Goons on YouTube and Spotify.
What's your Insta, bro?
Special shit. At the Banana Man on Instagram. Follow me.
My Instagram is at Isaac Ugabin. Go ahead and drop us a follow. Let us know what you think about the pod. Let us know what to talk about next. Hopefully we can keep going. Our main man Oscar behind the camera is real good at what he does. So hopefully he can keep this rocking with us, and we can give him the platform to do it on. Without further ado, catch y'all later. Peace.